Pat, you have two sons that are professional players. What was your role as a parent in their careers?
The biggest role you play as a parent is just a supporting role. My role was a bit different because I was also the coach. But then being able to, as they got older, allowing them to travel with different people, because I was running John Newcomb's academy at the time, so I probably only went to 1 out of every 5 tournaments with them, so I would always have to send other coaches with them. And just keeping an open mind and letting them listen to other coaches to give input, teaching them that you've got to be able to know what works within your game and what doesn't, and be able to come home and work on it. But the biggest thing is be there to support them and, not killing them after losses and acting like it's the worst thing in the world when you're trying to develop them to the highest level, and try to take the losses with the same mental deal as you do the wins.
You know a lot about the game of tennis, but a lot of parents, they don't know much about tennis, and they still want to be very involved as a parent in the development of the tennis player's career. How does that work if they don't know much about the sport?
Well, when they're younger and the parents push them, they can out-athlete and out-compete a lot of the kids. What the parents that don't know a lot about tennis do not understand is as they get older, you're no longer going to out-compete and out-athlete them, because as you get to the highest junior level and mostly the professional level, everybody's talented. So how are you going to separate yourself and make yourself as good as they are? Because now it can't be because the parents are driven and making them do it. It has to be because the kid's developing. And the biggest problem I see is the parent who knows a little bit about tennis but doesn't know a lot. And they're probably the most dangerous parents because they've never really played the sport, and they know just enough to be dangerous but not enough to know how to develop them past the highest junior level. And then that becomes a problem because they don't know that they don't know, if you know what I mean. So
between the ages of 8 and 12 and 12 and 14 are very important development years. What advice can you give as a parent and as a coach for these categories?
Let them, I've never put a stipulation on how many hours a day my kids would practice at that age. I let them do it as long as it was fun to them and they were going out and playing quick volley games with friends, half-court games, keeping score. When they go play games with the tennis and they enjoy it and they're competing and it's strictly something they want to do, I don't think you can go wrong. In the best sports in the world, whether it's the Dominican guys getting great at baseball or whatever, they'll do it 6-7 hours a day. So I've never had a problem with somebody being on the court if it's their choice. You can never tell them they have to do it. Once you start telling them they have to do it, after a period of years, doesn't matter how good they are, they're going to resent the fact that you're making them do it and they're going to want to quit.